ladies, if you're you gotta do you. You know, you have to do you. Like the same philosophy goes for, I've been asked before, oh, you wear a bonnet to bed, what's your husband think about that? First of all, we're asleep. He's not thinking. Second of all, I'm not trying to like lose my hair over what he thinks. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, Jchenelle. I'm Janae, and as you can see, I cut off all of my hair. So for the past few months, I've been alluding to the fact that I was going to do something very drastic with my hair, and this is what it was. I cut it off. So I'm going to go into the reasons why I cut it and the whole backstory behind it. But before I go into that, make sure you're subscribed to my channel and turn on your notifications so you're notified every time I post a video. So go ahead and do that now. Okay, now let's get on with the story time. So, I have never ever had short hair. I was relaxed from the time I was 5 all the way until I was like maybe 23 is whenever I stopped relaxing my hair. So all that time I had a relaxer. Never knew that my hair was curly. I had like a slight inclination one time and my mom was like, that's just naps. So I never questioned it. And then my hair always stayed shoulder length. So my hair was never really long, but it was never short like this. It was always like just shoulder length. And, you know, of course it grew and then it broke off. The relaxed hair struggle. Your hair never gets past here. So that was always something that I wanted, was long hair, because I could never get it past my shoulders. So whenever I decided to go natural, I was like so against big chopping. I did not want to big chop. For number one, I didn't know what my texture looked like, and I didn't know it, like what natural hair could do, because this was earlier on in the natural hair, you know, movement, and I didn't realize there were so many different types of curls. So I didn't want to have an ugly afro, and I wanted long hair. Like I always wanted long hair. So I transitioned. My transition went pretty good. It was like a year and a couple months, and it started growing. And it did pretty well. I got it like around in this area, somewhere about here, but I wore it curly most of the time. I only flat ironed my hair maybe 3 or 4 times, so I never really got to see my length, but I could tell that I had more hair. Everything was going good. I would have little setbacks here and there from like just not moisturizing it enough if I got too busy, or you know, trying to do things myself that I really should have went to a stylist to do. But overall, my hair was healthy and it grew quickly and it, you know, felt great. Well, all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. Like my hair was at the best it ever was, and this was like a year and a half ago. So like not this summer, but last winter, not the winter we just had, but the winter before that. That's when things started kind of like acting weird, and I noticed that when my hair was starting to shed more than what I felt it normally would shed. And so I thought, you know, the standard, oh, my hair's dry. So I started using different oils and different products and things like that. And then I noticed it shedding more. And I'm like, okay, now what's going on? So I started to evaluate my products, and the newest product I had used, I was like, oh, well, it's got to be that. I'm allergic to it or something, it's off. So I just stopped using that product and went on with my, you know, my merry way, and I thought everything was gonna go, you know, good and fine, and my hair was just gonna go back to normal. Nope, it kept shedding, and I have very fine hair, but I have a lot of hair. So, you know, I noticed it shedding, but my hair still looked full. So I was like, well, maybe I'm just overreacting. Maybe it's just because I'm not fully detangling before I shampoo it, or maybe because looking back, it was always happening when I was shampooing it. And so I thought, okay, well, maybe I just didn't detangle it properly before I shampooed it. I didn't brush it out, and so now all the hair that had been shed from the week is all coming out right now. So I'm like, well, just try not to exaggerate, because I would ask people, is my hair looking thin? And they would say no. So I'm like, well, maybe it's just in my head. So time went on and it kept shedding. So I'm like, well, maybe I'm just doing too much. So I'm like, let me just take a little bit of a haircation. So I thought I'd always shampoo my hair every 2 weeks. So one of the shampoos, I would shampoo it, deep condition it, and all I was doing was putting moisturizer and oil on it, blowing it dry, and then I would do something very, very, very simple, and I wouldn't touch my hair. Like I would just do 2 flat twists into a ponytail or something like that. I really can't do braids and things like that because my hair is so fine, it slides out. So I couldn't do anything like that. I wasn't making units yet, so wigs really weren't an option for me. All I was doing was my natural hair. So that's what I would do. I would just do like a very low maintenance protective style. And I thought, okay, this is gonna start working. I'm taking pictures of my hair, and I'm like, no, this is not working. I was trimming it, like, I was doing all the things I was supposed to do, but my hair was not cooperating. So by the time summer came, so this was like 6 months of this, I started to see it in my hair. Like I could tell that my hair was not as full as it was when I would shampoo it. It's like it was just coming. I would just go like that and it would just come out, and I'm like, this is not right. So I thought, okay, maybe I'm using the wrong shampoo. I had switched the shampoo like earlier that year, so I thought, well, maybe I need to try to use a different shampoo. So I'm trying to look up different shampoos. Nothing was working. And now I'm starting to freak out because I'm getting bald headed, and it wasn't patches, it was just everywhere my hair was getting thinner. And then I really could tell when I would start to hold like a lock of hair up, and it would be thicker down here than it was up here, and it would be like really super, super thin up at the top. So I'm like, okay. At that point, I started to take hair vitamins and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, well, if it's thicker at the root and it's thinner in the ends, and yes, it is confirmed that it was thinning. But also, it confirms me, or I thought it confirmed me, that it must be growing back, because if it's thicker at the root, then it must be healthy down here and everything's gonna be okay. So I'm like, okay, well, since I'm gonna have to grow it out anyway, I might as well cut it off. The year prior, I had slicked my hair down in a ponytail, and it looked like I had really short hair, and I kind of thought, oh, maybe I should cut my hair, but I got scared. Well, then when this happened and I thought I was gonna have to regrow my hair out, I figured, well, I might as well cut it anyway. So that is what kind of got me like, I think I want to cut my hair. And this was a year ago. So it took me a whole entire year before I got the courage to cut my hair. So I'm thinking I'm definitely gonna have to cut my hair, but I still need to address the problem, because still I felt like I was experiencing shedding even after that. Like I thought I would be okay. Like every time I thought I was okay, then it wasn't okay. I think I finally diagnosed the problem, and it was hard water. And we have extremely hard water, so I'm still a little bit confused on why it took so long, because we moved, so this is our 3rd year in our house. When this started happening, we were in the house for an entire year, and I was shampooing my hair and everything was going fine. But my assumption is that it took probably about a year of me shampooing my hair about every 2 weeks. Sometimes I'd go 3 weeks if I could go that long, before it just caught up with my hair. So whenever my husband suggested, well, maybe we should check the water. Check the water. It's so hard. It's ridiculous. So we put a filter on. I thought that would help. That did not, because the water is still hard. So now I'm only shampooing my hair at the shop. And after I cut my hair, it is definitely fuller, and I never had a problem with growth. It was just the fullness of it. So my hair, I can feel my hair everywhere. It doesn't feel fine, and it feels like it used to feel. And when I shampoo it at the shop, it feels, how it did when I shampooed it prior. Like I used to have a lot of curls. It's just, it compacts to very small. So I'm glad that I didn't freak out too much. It's very, I had to do a lot of praying because I love hair. Like I've loved hair since I was little, like little 4 or 5, and I love doing my hair. So for me to not have hair, that was kind of, that was a breakdown. Like there were some tears shed, and I don't ever cry. Like most people in my life have not ever seen me cry. And so there were some tears shed, there was some stress had. I'm glad that I was able to work out an alternative solution, and I'm glad that I was able to figure out what was wrong. I was like this close to going to a dermatologist, but I think that the heart water was the issue, because now everything is fine. So I'm not going to do that unless things start to go awry again. But through that, I was able to make a change that I would have probably never ever done in my entire life, and cut my hair. So as you can see, it's looking cute. One of the girls at the salon did it. She also has a YouTube channel called Morbella. Her name is Tiffany. So I'll link her channel below, and I'll put her Instagram, and then I'll also put the other girls at the salon's Instagrams too, because they are all fabulous. It's a full service salon. We can get you together. So, I'm really loving this hair. So like now let's get into the positivity of everything. After we like got through the terrible sad story with the violin, we can get into the positive things. So I really love my hair. Like I said, I've already cut it once because I was like, oh, it's getting too long, and it was literally like an inch longer than this. So I really like short hair. I do like having hair because when I go and look at my old videos, I'm like, oh, I miss doing a high buff. But I'm enjoying this stage that I'm in. I really don't know how long I'm going to keep my hair like this. So, I get probably maybe a year or something until I'm really like wanting to have hair again. That's whenever I'll grow it out. Because after then I grow it out, I probably won't cut it short like this for a long time. Because I would like to see how long that I can get my hair, just to see how long it'll go. So, short hair is very easy. It's low maintenance. You don't have to do a lot to it. Natural hair, you really shouldn't be doing a lot to it anyway, but short hair even more so because there's less hair. So you don't put as much product. You're going to save money that way. You don't have to, it doesn't take as long when you are styling because the hair is shorter. There's not as much of it. And, you really can experiment with it. So now I'm just working on experimenting with my short hair. I parted it different. I of course, do my swoops. As you can see, I'm all about the baby hair, as you've seen in any video. So I love my experimenting. I'm probably going to experiment with some head wraps and things like that. Of course, I got my units still. I'm up to 5 now. So with all that being said, I want to get into like the odd sort of questions and things that I've gotten. Like anytime someone saw me, or whenever I said like, oh, I'm about to cut my hair, in a month or whatever it was, the first question I always got was, what's your husband to think? And I kind of felt some kind of way because yes, of course, if you're in a relationship, you want the person you're with to think that you're good looking, yeah. But my whole, I can't think of what I'm trying to say, but I don't get dressed for Adam, and I don't, wear my hair the way I don't do that for him. Like if he likes it, that's great, but I have to like it. So yeah, I just don't understand, like, ladies, if you're you gotta do you. You have to do you. Like the same philosophy goes for, I've been asked before, oh, you wear a bonnet to bed, what's your husband think about that? First of all, we're asleep. He's not thinking. Second of all, I'm not trying to lose my hair over what he thinks. I'm not gonna come to bed looking with this bonnet that's all worn and torn, doesn't smell good and stuff like that. Like my bonnet be cute, but I'm gonna be in this bed with a bonnet on, and that's just it. There, you get no opinion. So, I mean, yes, I do think that you do have to be considerate when you're, changing your appearance, because they did like you, they met you a certain way, and so if you drift too far off, I mean, yeah, you want each other to be happy, but at the same time, it's not like that was not my first thought to ask him, can I cut my hair, please? No. So, we gotta be more independent, ladies. And then I got so many questions of why? Like, why? Why does there have to be a reason? I mean, I had a reason, but that didn't have to be the only reason. There could have been no reason. That's okay. It's okay to cut your hair for no reason, just because you just want it short. So, I would encourage pretty much everyone to try and cut your hair at some period. It's probably be a lot easier when you big chop, because you don't have any, your naturals short to begin with. So you're it's easy. You're not cutting off length and having to start over. That would be the easiest way to do it, but I would encourage people to cut their hair. Some people think it's not going to look right on them, and they get it cut and it looks great. So even if you're scared for that, just try a wig on and see that. But it's nice. It's nice. I like having short hair. I think it's, it's easy. It's cute. I love it, and I'm glad that I did it. So even though I had, some issues with shedding hair really bad, it ended up turning out to be a good thing, because now I have like a new hairstyle in my repertoire. And, now I get easy hair for a year. So I think I'm done rambling. Hopefully you made it to the end of this video. I tried not to go on too much, but I just wanted to, kind of let you guys know the backstory, because I'm sure when you see this, you're gonna be like, how are you gonna do a hair tutorial? No hair, what happened to your hair? Like, hey, what's going on? But I just wanted to give you a little, a little story time in there, try to do a little different type of video. So if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and comment. Also comment what other videos you would like to see. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel and you turn on those notifications so you're notified every time I post a video. Come back again, and thanks for watching. Bye.